Welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese, and welcome to a new week. So after triplets, doublets, we've kind of combed through some special phenomena in Chinese that we're not afraid to repeat. Repeat the same elements within one character. And this week, I'm going to show another kind of repetition across different characters. They share common visuals. The graphic elements, some of them keep the same. You will see. And amazingly, they share the pronunciation. Everything pronounced as miǎo. Okay. This character, miǎo, we see just the contemporary version here, simplified Chinese. Here we have the eye symbol, which is a boxed, verticalized eyeball. So this is the iris, supposedly. And then you have the white part of the eye. The whole thing is a boxed shape eyeball. Okay, very visual. The right side, 少 means few or not that many. Okay, talks about a quantity. It's made of 小 with this slanted stroke. Okay, 小 talked many times, and I regard it as I'm the only one who came up with this theory. Maybe it's totally wrong, but it's explainable. To understand what a 小 is, 小 straight translation to English would be small. So we talk about something itself. In volume, size, is small. So how Chinese express small, I pair it with big. This pair concept. To understand one, we have to see the other. The similarities between them are both of them made of 3 strokes. 2 of them in the same direction. One is the determining factor that differentiates what is big from small. Because big or small is really in relative terms. What's in our mind considered big or small is actually compared to a benchmark or assumption or expectation we already established through our life's experience without saying. And then we mark something small, something big, like this is not a big deal, right? So what is a big, right? Okay. 小, small. It's made of 2 strokes and 1 vertical line, cutting the 2 or in between the 2 strokes to make sure the 2 doesn't touch. It's permanently separated. Versus 大 is 2 strokes. However, they stick together and with a horizontal line, bind them like permanently together. And one day aha moment for me is, oh, this was intentional. 小 means we cut something in half. So each new pieces would be guaranteed smaller than the original piece. And that original piece is the benchmark we had. And so the new pieces, each side is smaller versus big is 2 pieces combined. So it may not be double size, but who cares? It's guaranteed to be bigger than individual pieces, right? That's my understanding. And we have 小 here with 1 extra stroke. And what this extra stroke is about? It's about crossing out or removing with this 1 swipe, as if we left swipe away. It's kind of no. All right. Ancient version. It was one of the, I guess, ancient Chinese way to mark, to cross something out, because ancient times there were practical use case for people to note of the quantities. You pay tax or you make transactions. It's all, we have to use math to a degree to count things. So this stroke simply means something removed or reduced. So when we have a small, which is the thing itself, it's smaller than the benchmark. Now we have a stroke. It's like out of this small thing, furthermore reduced. So this is this made me think about the concept of up or down. Chinese actually create up or down with benchmark horizontal line, vertical line. If it's up, we place the vertical line on top of the benchmark, and then we add another stroke, a slant way to show it's not only on top, describing the status or the status of the thing is above the benchmark, but also a slant line indicate the increasingly going upward. So the trend. So we not only talk about first degree, we talk about second degree change as well, the dynamic, the slope. And down, right? Placed below, and also a slant line to show the direction going, getting further downward. So I like that about Chinese. In this case, the small would be a static comparison between the thing you talk about and your expectation, right? The benchmark. And then this extra line would give you the sense that it's a further reduced, getting smaller, or if it's countable things, it gets fewer or less about it. So now we have fewer I together. What that means? Okay. I translate the squint. The squint is one of the possible use of this character. Because it's made of such simple concept in Chinese, and the usage actually can get quite diverse. It got at least 3 distinctive meanings currently in our language. This is 2,000 years ago's rendering of how something is kind of crossed out, right? Getting fewer than small status already. And this squint came from, okay, if you have a fewer eye, I mean, humans normally we just have 2 eyes, right? Fewer meaning one of them is gone. That's one possible, like fewer eye means you only have one eye, the other eye is not functioning anymore, partial blind. The second meaning would be, okay, your eye both would have blurrier vision, that it's not fully functional eye. Your eye become less of an eye. So it's kind of a partial blind and all the way to full blind. So I guess miǎo, it depends on the use context case. It can mean you have one eye, partial vision, or completely blind. And the thing about miǎo is from this fewer eye, from this gradation of your vision getting worse, right? We had different interpretations or applications in different situations. 藐视. Okay, the way when you squint look. Okay, it could be you can visualize it as you look at something not even with your both eyeballs. And that means you really condescendingly look at something, or you with contempt, or with like casual. You don't really take something serious. So you only one eyeball is enough, or you half see it. That you don't really give your full attention. So that's one reading of 藐视. It could also be like you really try hard to see it. You squint it to try to get. I mean, I guess ancient times where the optometry didn't exist. So poor eyesighted people were kind of, doomed in that way. So if they have to see something really clearly, they have to squint, right? So this squint see give it a sense of either somebody doesn't care, didn't even dedicate a full vision, or somebody who cared a lot but was not capable to see and have to try really hard to see. So 2 interpretations, 1 expression. Okay, 路渺渺, miǎo miǎo here, we have a double. Same character repeated twice, redundancy. It's not a problem in Chinese. We saw that a lot. And 路 means road, path, trail. So it's a human traveled surface. 渺渺 here is not about vision actually, or it could be explained by vision. So the 路渺渺, we know now that it means you have to see the road, travel down the road, the path, go further away as is less and less visible to you. So we use the vision, the loss of seeing something up and close to give it a sense of the distance. Like when you have to squint to really try hard to see something, that means something gets really far away. So when we use that to describe 路, this road, it's almost like you're seeing some road from far away place, and you expect it's kind of a wide open horizon. You can see far away. So 路渺渺 simply is a far away road. Okay, the last one is ancient expression, because in contemporary fast-paced world, right, we don't really add small word. Like English, we have some word to facilitate a meaning making, but doesn't really add essential meaning to it. 渺忽小哉. Both hu and zai were labels or markers or breathers in ancient Chinese to show that this is a pause. You can take a break from the meaning. Otherwise, it's too dense. So ancient Chinese expressions add, also because we don't, back then, didn't have punctuation. So a full sentence would be filled with such breather word. So 渺忽小哉 essentially is talking about 渺, squint, 小, it's really small, right? And the squint is made of 小, in fact. So when we pair that, we lock down on the meaning something is really small. You have to squint at it. And hu and zai simply is, like you have the sign where you are talking about it. It's almost like sign away to, it's really, really small, kind of like a contemporary meaning to emphasize how extraordinarily small that would be. So those are filler words. And I'm trying to get a good squint online. I'm not sure it Al did a good job, but we have this fewer eye vision, or not fully open eye. So however you want to interpret it, it's fully context dependent. Miǎo. Thank you for your time. See you another time.